In great shape here to double up. He's got two queens. Patrick making a move there with 8-5. Even though it may look goofy to our viewers, how could a guy go all in with an 8 high in that spot? The truth is, most of the time he's going to win the pot by doing that.
Make me straight.
Most of the time, opponents aren't going to pick up a big hand and they're just going to give up the pot to you. In this case, Rene picked up the two queens, and right now Patrick is up against it.
I have never lost at ladies. No. I can't believe, can I beat them, you know?
Here comes the flop.
Now flop is Jack 9 deuce.
And that is good for Rene. His queen's well out in front.
Well, it means that Patrick has to catch two runners to win this pot. Well, there's two runners to make a straight, two runners to make a flush, for a combination running 8 and 5.
Now, will the Dane beat the Finn? Turn card comes up, a king of spades, though.
Well, this gives Patrick a flush draw.
Trouble lurking.
It's never easy, Rene. Patrick must catch a spade to eliminate Rene from this tournament.
Poker destiny on the line for both gentlemen.
Rene finally showed a worried look. A 10 comes off. Rene's made a king out of straight, and he breathes a sigh of relief.
Oh, yes, he has. He has caught the thief, the poker pirate, Patrick Antonius. And right now we've got a new chip leader. Rene Peterson has taken the chip lead.
Well, that was a huge pot, that's for sure. Over $6.4 million in that pot.
Rene Peterson from Denmark, our new chip leader. So impressive, only been playing poker for 3 years. What an opportunity he has here tonight.
Well, these two foreign players in their 20s, they're tough hombres. They're in great chip position to take this title. Let's see if they can do it.
Okay, back on Patrick. He's got an 8-5 suited.
Well, he just got burned with an 8-5 a minute ago. You know, sometimes when hands aren't lucky for you, you're not anxious to get in there and play them again.
Well, he is pondering this, taking his time. No, he's going to lay it down.
Over to Rene, who's the chip leader now. He's picked up a pair of deuces on the button, and he's going to make it $1 million to go here.
JJ going out.
Doyle Brunson with two 10s. A huge hand here for Doyle, especially when you only got $2 million in chips.
And he's going to go all in.
Yeah, he's putting it all out there.
I call him.
Rene's calling him because he's pot committed. There's $3.2 million in the pot. Cost him $1 million more to call.
Finally got a pair.
Rene shows deuces.
Well, Doyle says, I finally got a pair. He hasn't held many cards at this final table, that's for sure. But right now,
Got the suits killed.
he is loving this.
Oh, it is happy trails for Doyle right now. He's out in front with the 10s over Rene's pair of deuces.
10 deuce. Got to be a message there.
Well, what's ironic about this, the hand named after Doyle in the poker world is a 10 deuce because he won the world title 2 consecutive years with that hand. Here it's two 10s versus two deuces, and luckily for Doyle, he's got the 10s. It's not over till it's over. Doyle knows it. Will he stay alive? Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the World Poker Tour.
Welcome back to the 5 Diamond World Poker Classic, where Doyle Brunson is all in with pocket 10s against Denmark's Rene Peterson and his pocket 2s. Can the poker great survive, or will he lose to a legendary outdraw?
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. Doyle Brunson with the 10s over Rene's deuces. Here comes the flop.
Doyle's hand stands up. He doubles up, is in good shape. If not, he's going to be eliminated in 4th place. So far, so good for Doyle.
Yeah, safe flop there for Doyle. His 10s out in front.
This means that Rene must catch a deuce to knock out Doyle Brunson.
He's got a couple outer. Here's the turn card. It's a 4 diamonds.
So we are down to the river. And if it's not a duck, Doyle's going to continue to quack in this tournament. It's a queen.
He survived it.
Well, the crowd roars. They don't want Texas Dolly going anywhere. They love him here at this final table.
Oh, you tell me. Doyle Brunson going back and forth. He's back in the game.
So Doyle has doubled up here. He is right in the thick of it to take this title, Vince.
Texas Dolly, the godfather of poker, is not ridden off into the sunset quite yet.
Well, Doyle Brunson hasn't caught that many hands at this final table. Happy to get an easy win here.
Once again, the winner. A couple $1 million going to that lucky person. Action's going to be on Rene Peterson first. He has a junky 5-4, throws it down.
Well, JJ is moving all in right here. She's got ace-3 on the button, and she's pulled the trigger for all her chips.
Doyle quickly folding his hand now. Patrick Antonius has got ace-10 of diamonds.
I call him.
He's making the call. He's
Yes, he
doing
does.
it. and she is not going to like it. You saw her wince there when he turned up his hands because she is dominated, as we say. Now, when we talk about dominated, meaning both players have one similar card, it's still not as bad as you think. He's only about a 2-to-1 favorite to win this pot.
Well, the mother of two from Palo Alto is going to need some luck, otherwise she will be gone. Ace-3 versus Patrick's Ace-10.
Well, Vince, JJ's carrying the torch for the ladies. Will the flame go out here?
Here comes the flop.
Well, flop is 7-7-6. Now, for JJ to win this pot, she's got to catch a 3, 2 running cards to make it straight. She can stay alive if a 6 comes up right now, where they'll both have 2 pair with an ace kicker.
And here comes the turn card. No.
Well, it's a 9. So for JJ to win this pot, she's got to catch a 3.
Come on, picture. King of hearts.
She can tie it if a 6 or a 9 comes up.
Otherwise, it's going to be the demise of the pretty peacock, JJ Liu. She will be our 4th place finisher. Here comes the river card.
It's a jack.
Not to be.
The hopes of the ladies die out
Played so well. He passed me so many times in this tournament.
with JJ Liu going out in 4th place. But Vince, a great showing for JJ this week. She's going to take home over $362,000 for her efforts. Hugs all around. JJ Liu, our 4th place finisher.
You hate to say goodbye to her. What an ovation for JJ Liu. A brilliant poker player, a lovely woman.
We have still yet to have a ladies champion on the World Poker Tour. The ladies jinx continues, Vince.
JJ, I was hoping you were going to win this thing. But what was it like to take out some of the guys?
Well, I felt very excited. I think those guys are very, very tough players. I still will continue to try to beat those boys.
What a battle ensuing at Bellagio. We've got European youth versus old school Vegas. 3 players remaining.
You're right, Vince. It's the world versus the USA. New school versus old school. Who's going to take this title?
All right, quickly Renee folding onto Doyle Brunson. He's got a wired pair of 3s. He says, I call it. And now Patrick Antonius with ace-deucey.
Well, Vince, Patrick has got to think the ace-high is the best hand here after Doyle limps in.
I'm all in.
Oh, he's going over the top.
all in.
I call.
And Doyle quickly calls it.
He's calling with a small pair for over $4 million. He's just tired of getting pushed around by this guy, I think, Vince.
Told me it's pocket twins.
Well, what's interesting, he wasn't invested, didn't have a whole lot of money in there. He is calling off with a little pair, and that's the play we said, you know, you're not supposed to be doing. But the great Doyle Brunson is doing just that.
I can't believe he called with pocket threes, you know.
But look at the timing of it, Vince. The guy's only got 1 overcard instead of 2 like you'd expect him to have.
I can't believe
I was trying to get a little better hand than that, get this on, but not.
It's the best hand I can have for you.
Doyle is running to an ace-deuce,
You're right.
and he has made a great call here.
Well, that's, I
He's
guess.
a 2-to-1 favorite.
Doyle ran him for the deuce. What are you going to say? Only Doyle can do
No.
that. Well, he would become the new chip leader if his 3s should hold up. All of it on the line for Doyle Brunson. And that's a favorable flop for Doyle Brunson. His 3's out in front.
Well, right now, all Doyle's got to dodge is an ace. If Patrick catches the bullet, it will shoot Doyle Brunson down. Things looking good right now for the Cowboy. Doyle Brunson in great shape to double up and take the lead. Here comes the turn card. Well, it's a 9. Patrick claps his hands because he knows that gives him 6 more outs to win the pot. He can win the pot with any ace, any 10, any 6.
Doyle Brunson would love to wrap this up, lasso this young Finn, teach him a little lesson. It's all going to come down to this cash card, the river card.
Over $8.6 million in this pot. It's coming down to the river card. Doyle's got to dodge an ace, a 10, or a 6. Let's see if he can do it. He's done it. It's a 9. Doyle's made a full house. He's going to take this pot down, and he breaks into a big Texas grin.
Now, what's interesting, I think Patrick thought he hit the card. He saw the pair, and for a second there, he thought there would be 2 pair on the board, and his ace would win as a kicker. But then he quickly realized Doyle Brunson with his full house taking that.
So Doyle Brunson, now the monster chip leader at this table.
How can he make the call?
You say, how could I make that call? How could you make that bet? We're playing poker, not solitaire.
You're watching the $8 million Bellagio 5-Diamond World Poker Classic here on the World Poker Tour. Don't go away.
The worst day of the year is when you get knocked out of a big tournament. And the further you go, the worse it hurts. I've been second a few times.
So good luck.
Been third and fourth and fifth and sixth. There's only one good position that it don't hurt. And that's my objective, and that's to win.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. Doyle Brunson coming back like a broke cousin. He is our new chip leader here.
Well, Vince, Doyle's been mumbling to himself all night long how this Finnish kid has been taking it to him. Now we got the young Finn mumbling to himself because Doyle made that play with the 2-3s and took him down.
Action on Patrick. He's looking down at a little suited connector, 5-4 of hearts.
Patrick just took a big blow, wants to catch his breath a minute, throws it away.
And now on Rene, he's got a pair of deuces. He says he's going all in with it.
Well, he's going all in with the 2 ducks.
And Doyle Brunson right behind him. He's got ace-7.
I call.
He makes the call.
Wow. So again, we have an $8 million pot on the line here. All in before the flop. It's 2 deuces for Rene, and ace-7 for Doyle. We've got a race, and what a race.
Doyle willing to gamble here. Makes a call. Hey, I'm not so sure that Doyle just wants to go home to watch Rawhide reruns. He is playing real fast.
Well, it's a pretty big hand when you're playing against the other blind, that's for sure, but Doyle had to call $4 million with the ace-7 here.
Oh, it would be nice to win a race.
He did it. Let's see if he can get lucky and win another pot. If so, he'll be the dominating chip leader playing heads up for this title.
Money moving around fast at Bellagio. Here it comes.
The flop comes king, queen, 8. So far, the 2 ducks are quacking. Doyle's got to have some help.
Here's the turn card.
The 10 of clubs comes off. That gives Doyle a straight draw. A jack would give him a straight, but notice that there's 4 clubs now that Rene has. So Doyle must catch an ace, a jack, or a 7. That's not a club to win this pot.
Opportunities growing for Doyle Brunson to knock out the young man from Denmark. Can it be on the last card?
He doesn't do it.
It
The
is
6
not
of
to
clubs
be.
comes off. Rene sits back down, and Doyle's chip lead has now evaporated. And Vince, it's like musical chairs with his chip lead. 2 hands ago, Patrick had it. The last hand, Doyle had it. And now all of a sudden, Rene's got it. Round and round we go. Where the last chair stops, nobody knows.
Well, I wonder if Rene will have champagne with his Danish, because he is the chip leader right now with about $8 million.
Well, don't pass out the champagne just yet. He's got a lot of mountains to cross to get by these 2 guys, I can tell you.
But let's go back to the action. Rene quickly folding a 9-4, and now Doyle Brunson has ace-6. He says all in with it.
That hand figures to be a favorite over the big blind. Can't blame Doyle for going all in here.
Oh, but right behind him, Patrick with a big hand himself, ace-9 offsuit.
Well, he's faced with a tough decision as to what to do here.
I hate this coin flips. I just hate this so much.
You didn't mind it when you was doing it to me all night.
I have a hand. You would call me in 1 second, but I just...
Remember, the 3rd place finisher gets $563,000. The winner gets over $2 million. So much on the line.
Well, Patrick has an opportunity.
I call him.
Huge one right here. He makes the call.
Well, he is making the call, and he is going to love it. Well, you see how happy he
Give me
is.
this one.
He knows he's got him dominated.
Come on, it's unlocked.
But as dominating as it looks, he's still only about a 2-1 favorite to win this pot.
And if Doyle should get lucky, he could break the young man. The Scandinavian champion of 2005, this young man.
You see the intense look on Patrick's face here. He's just trying to get his hand to hold up. Here's the flop. It's ace, 8, 7.
Oh, wow.
Now, both players have made a pair of aces, but Patrick's kicker, the 9, is better, and it looks like it's going to play here, Vince.
Doyle Brunson with major kicker problems.
Well, Doyle's going to have to catch a 6. 2 running cards to make a straight. Well, a queen comes off.
Oh, and the male model is looking pretty here.
Well, Doyle can tie this pot now. If a 7 or an 8 comes off, he'll win it if a 6 comes off. So right now, Doyle Brunson looking for what we call a 3 across, a 6, 7, or an 8.
6, 7, 8. Doyle gets at least part of this pot.